Do you want to start a sewing channel in the year 2025? If your answer is yes, then let's break it down in the simplest form you can ever think about. We'll talk about all the things you need, all the things you don't need, and how to get started without breaking the bank or without spending so much. I remember years ago when I wanted to start my sewing channel, I was looking out for videos on the things I needed to do, how to create my tutorials so they can be engaging, how to set up my YouTube page, how to know the kind of content my audience will be looking out for or they'll be searching for so that my page can grow. I was looking out for a whole lot of information. I saw some, I didn't see a lot. So I started working with the things I had. And in a few months, I got some videos that went viral. I got monetized. I got my 1K subscribers. I got 4K watch hours and all that. All these achievements came without even using a ring light, or I didn't even have a cutting table. I just worked with all I had then because the goal for me was I really wanted to create this content. So, and I didn't allow what I did not have stop me from creating my content. This is going to be a series, be a beginner's guide on everything you need to know to start and grow a successful sewing channel. I'll be talking about how to plan a sewing tutorial that gets views. I'll also be talking about my simple filming setups for sewing tutorials. I'll be talking about how I did my sewing tutorials as well. I'll also be talking about mistakes I made when starting my sewing channel. I told you I didn't get a lot of information, so I made a lot of mistakes, and at the same time, I got to learn what works and what doesn't work, right? So I'm going to be sharing that with you as well. I'm also going to be talking about other things I have in store for this growing channel. So it's going to be a good series. If you want to ensure you don't miss any part of this series, do well to subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notification so you get notified whenever I upload any of the upcoming videos in this series. So without further ado, let's just get straight right into today's video. How to start. Let's start from the very beginning. If you want your YouTube channel or your sewing tutorial channel to be successful, the first thing you want to think about is the kind of tutorials you want to be making, because this will determine the success of your sewing channel. So do you want to create tutorials around bridal, like bridal wears, wedding, everything bridal? Do you want to create tutorials around men's fashion? Do you want to create tutorials around kids fashion, female women fashion? You want to just niche down to boo-boos only or the corporate world? You understand where I'm going? So the first thing you want to look at is to choose a niche around so that this will guide you on the type of tutorials you will be creating. So this is for you. And also I'll say another niche that you might want to look at is trending, like trending wears. So whenever anything is trending, you want to say, okay, whenever any style is trending, I want to create tutorial around it so that people will know that any trending style, you'll find a tutorial on my channel. So you just want to really make up your mind on the kind of tutorials you want to be making. Could be bridal wears, could be children wears, men wears, female wears, corporate wears, all those stuff like that. Or I want to follow any trend. So any trending style, you get a tutorial on my channel, stuff like that. So you have to determine, the first thing is to determine the type of determine your niche, what kind of tutorials you want to be creating on your channel. When so now, after deciding on your niche, let's talk about the tools you need. Before I talk about the tools you need, let me first tell you about the tools you do not need. First and foremost, you don't need to start spending money on a lot of gadgets or trying to go and buy a new phone or to get a ring light or to start spending money on big stuff. You really do not need those. Like I said before, I started this journey without even having a cutting table. I didn't have a ring light. I only had my phone. The phone I was using then was Nokia N4. So that was all I had, and that was what my sewing machine, of course, and that was what I started with. I remember then on my sewing machine, I just looked for a flat surface and I put that flat surface on my sewing machine where I can be doing either showing my pattern or showing my cutting. Or I think few times I also cut on the floor, right? So I just didn't let what I didn't have stop me from creating the content I wanted to create. And that didn't stop my success. So I'll also, this is the same advice I have I would really give to anyone that I always say do not go and break the bank because you want to start creating a YouTube channel. So start with what you have. Now that we've talked about the things you do not need, let's talk about the important things, the few things that you really need. That is number one, your phone. Can your phone take good pictures? Can your phone take videos of whatever it is you are doing so that people can easily see you step by step, doing it step by step? Can your phone do that? If your phone can do that, that's all you need. Also, if you don't have enough space on your phone, you want to look at investing in getting like external storage where you can go and where you can after creating your video and editing, you can just always store old videos into the external storage drive or whatever it is you have, so that you can always have space for creating other videos, because it can take a lot of space. Creating videos take a lot of space, so you need to have a large space. Second thing, after your phone and getting external drive or external storage, if you need that, the next thing you want to look at is try creating your videos during the daytime, because all you just need is natural light. So you just need natural light. Natural light meaning when it's sunny, everywhere is bright, you can create good quality videos with your natural light. In creating your tutorials during the day helps you or saves the need for ring light at this moment. So all you need is just ensure that you have open space, either your window, just ensure the window is open or the door is open, then you can start creating your tutorials from there or with that. Or you can take your tutorial outside if it's comfortable, if you are comfortable working that way. And the next thing, you need a space, of course, where you'll be creating your tutorials, depending on where you want to use. If you can set up a mini space in your house where you can be using for your studio, or because wherever you are creating your tutorial, ensure the whole place is neat and taking out, you don't have a lot of distractions that will be distracting other people from what you are showing them. The goal is to focus on the task or focus on what you are showing them. So try and get a space or a setup, a space where you can always create your tutorial, so that there are no distractions at the background or anything. I'll be talking more on this when I talk about how to film your tutorials, where how you need to place your cameras and all that to film your tutorials, so that it can really be engaging and it can focus on the goal. Those are the tools you need. Let's now talk about something that I think is important that I would like to talk about is, who do you want to create your tutorials for? Now, I know we've talked about niching down, and when you're choosing a niche, you want to look at, okay, what you like to be working with, or the kind of fashion you like to be creating, and all those stuff. Then you've decided on what you need to create those tutorials. I also want you to think about who you would like to be creating these tutorials for, because they will kind of determine how you create your tutorials. Now, do you want to be creating the tutorials for beginners, or intermediate, or advanced learners, or advanced, yes, advanced tailors or advanced fashion designers? Because the way you would create a tutorial for beginners will be different from the way you create tutorial for advanced learners. So I really want you to think about that and put that into consideration. Let it guide how you create, or let it guide how your tutorials will be. No beginner, you have to go very simple, you have to go very detailed, you have to explain everything step by step, so they don't lose or you don't lose them. Because the idea is you have to make your tutorials catchy, engaging, and also well explanatory and detailed, so that they understand. Because the more they understand your style of teaching, they will always come back to your tutorial, or they will always come back to your channel to come and watch any other videos you are creating. So you have to decide on who you are creating your tutorials on. So this is a bonus tip actually. You have to decide on that person you are creating the tutorial for, so that you can know the style you'll be using for your teaching. So I hope this helps you. Like I said, it's going to be in simple form, so that it doesn't get so overwhelming and you don't know where to start. Trust me, it's not that difficult. By the end of this series, you'll be on your way. You would have started already, or you'll be on your way to starting, because it's quite easy. No matter what I tell you from now till next year, if you have not made up your mind, you will still not do it. If you have been keeping it, say, okay, since for years, like I want to start, I want to start, I want to start. If you don't start, years to come, you'll still be telling yourself you want to start. So A lot of things I got to learn and understand came from when I have started. So after creating my tutorial, I'll review. I know the next thing to do better. I'll know, okay, this is where I'm lacking. This is what I need to do next. But before I started, I never knew those things. I never knew, okay, this is what I need to do next and next and next like that. It was when I started, I know, okay, this is the next important thing to do. This is the next important thing. So because sometimes you are thinking something is important, but it's actually not necessarily important. But if you're already in it, you know exactly the next step that is important. So that's where I'm going to start. When you start, you get more clarity and you know what next to do. And before you know it, you start getting the success you deserve and you need. So if this encourages you to start, if this is something you want to see, if this is something you would like for us, this discussion is something you like for us to keep discussing, just let me know in the comment section. Say, Thelma, I will start. Thelma, I will start. I will start my sewing tutorials. I will start my sewing channel. I'm no longer stopping. I will start. Just leave any comment in the comment section so I'll know that this video is very useful to you and I'll be happy to bring in the next video. Trust me. Until I come your way again, bye.